Anything that's unequal, where one person is taking more than they're giving, where there's no reciprocity, where there's no symmetry in the relationship, anything that gets out of balance is going to end up being painful for you, the person who's watching this video, unless you're an abuser. If you're an abuser, you can kiss my beep. Anyway, the point I'm making is that you need an equal relationship. You need a relationship that's equal. One where you don't have to give your power away in order to keep the relationship alive. Both parties must be able and feel comfortable and free to share feelings openly without being afraid that the other person's going to leave, be freaked out, run away. The person who is not sharing their feelings and who is not basically not being honest is the one who has the power. And the one who is able to share their feelings is the one who is being vulnerable by sharing their feelings and therefore has less power. You have to have equal vulnerability in order to have an equal relationship. Both parties must be present and able to express feelings openly, good, bad, and indifferent, without fearing that the other person's going to lose it, going to be upset, going to not be able to handle it, or whatever the case may be. And they may say, I don't know how to share my feelings, and that's not a good excuse. And if somebody doesn't know how to share their feelings, then really they don't know how to be in a relationship. A relationship is about two people who are able to express their feelings to one another. This means that if someone in your relationship does something that upsets you, you have the ability and the freedom to be able to express how it made you feel and ask them to stop doing that. And then the person who is on the receiving end of that should be able to accept your feelings, accept that you're separate, accept that you have feelings, and adjust or change their behavior in order to not hurt your feelings anymore. And if they can't make adjustments, then it's time for the relationship to end. You don't just keep on going without that open dialogue. That is what relationships are all about, is open communication about the feelings that are going on in your heart at any given time. If you're unable to do that with a person, then you're not really in a relationship. You're in something that's going to cause pain for you if you're the one who's sharing your feelings and the other person is not. A true relationship involves the equal ability to share vulnerability, to share feelings with one another. Anything less than that is abusive and unequal and will end horribly painful for the person who is being vulnerable, and maybe even for the person who's not being vulnerable. But it can also leave you in a position where you're with a narcissist who's taking from you and who is extracting narcissistic supply from you because you're sharing all your feelings and they're not having any feelings at all. So a healthy relationship involves the exchange of feelings with one another. If you're with someone who will not exchange feelings with you for whatever reason, even if they have a good excuse, just know you're in an unequal relationship and it will not end well for you. And if you do stay in it, then you're going to hurt and it's going to be painful the entire time.